Greetings from Vista. We are totally stoked about the very first episode of Mic'd Vista, a podcast that brings you stories that truly matter. And for this very first episode, we take you to the very beginning of an educational journey. And as with any good beginning, this also starts with a question. With school, parents often get confused and overwhelmed with the plethora of possibilities around them, and it's very difficult to make informed decisions when it comes to choosing the school. And so for today's podcast, we welcome a very special guest, a guest who has been an educator par excellence. Her experience, her insights have built a culture that is thriving. Please welcome Ms. Mary Shantipriya ma'am, Principal of Vista International School. Hello ma'am, welcome to the very first episode of Mic'd Vista.
Thank you, Ramya. It's a pleasure meeting you on this platform, maybe for the first time though.
Mic'd Vista is all about stories of our school, different voices, different stories, one mic. And we thought that people would understand our stories better if they know the backstory of our stories, and we believe that backstory for Vista is Vista's culture. So as an educator, as a principal, you move through the corridors, you visit the play areas, the school assemblies. What is that vibe that you catch at Vista?
We are original, we don't imitate, and what we are is what we show ourselves as. So that's the beautiful thing about Vista. We are very transparent, we are parent friendly and student friendly. That doesn't mean that we nod our head to everyone, whoever tells us what to do. We know what we have to do. We are very clear and categoric about what we are doing. At the same time, we also tell why we are doing, and we also explain why we aren't doing things. That's where Vista is way different from the other schools, I would say that. Rest of it, I would say every school is doing their bit, their best to ensure that the students are benefited and the parents feel contented by joining the children at the school.
That's very interesting, ma'am, and that brings a question to me. You said parents are happy, joining students at school and all that, but when they make their initial visits to vet the schools, how can they really understand the school culture?
Fortunately, I would say today's parents are living in a world which is flooded with social platforms and media and connects. Unlike when I was a parent who didn't know much about the schools because the awareness was less and the choices were also very minimal. But nowadays parents have many choices, which is a pro as well as a con too. Pro because they have variety at their doorsteps. They can pick and choose whatever they would prefer to. At the same time, a con because it's difficult to make a choice. Because as a parent, you can make a choice for yourself. It's easier. But when it comes to your child, you become very cautious, especially to all the Indian parents. We devote our life for our children. So definitely making the right choice of school is so important because that sets the foundation for the child. And as you said, 1 or 2 visits, you will not get to know about the school. Absolutely right. But fortunately, with the media which is around, with the social platforms which are around, with the websites which are around, parent can visit websites, can look into the reviews. They do have larger communities where they can connect with the existing parents, where they can talk to the existing parents, understand the culture of school before they get into it. So that's where there is a lot of options, opportunities too. Yet, too many options are always a challenge. Suppose my wardrobe has got 3 dresses, it's easy for me to pick which one. If my wardrobe is flooded with dozens of them, to decide which one is always a difficult task. Right. So nowadays parents are lucky and unlucky also.
I think I can see the parents nodding along to whatever you say. I read something really recently. Culture of a school is the curriculum that isn't visible. Right now there's a lot of talk about curriculums and all that. So how how should parents prioritize a school culture when they are wishing for a school for their children?
So I would say that as a parent, the moment you step into the parenthood, you also start dreaming about the future of your child. Majority of us start doing about it. So that's the first step where you need to think about what kind of culture you want your child to grow into. Is it a culture where you want your child to interact with a working group of parents and their children? Is it a culture where you want your child to move around with a business class and their children? So first, as a parent, you need to know what kind of culture you want to set into. Every school has its own culture, hence so many schools around it too. But as an individual, what is it I'm looking in for? Do I need a very hi-fi, a school with big ground, a fantastic latest infrastructure am I looking in for? Or am I looking in for a school which gives me more groundedness, more of ethics, more of value system, where my child understands what's being a human first? Because most of the parents are educated. Trust me, an educated parent can teach their children. They have no issues with that. If they can accommodate a little time, they can teach their child also. But what they cannot ingrain into them is the social skills, the social culture. There is where they decide and think upon the school. So that is where a parent has to consciously make a call whether this is the school where I'm looking in for, and definitely even the fee structure also. Is it pocket friendly for me? Because Hyderabad is a place where you have schools of various fee structures. And I cannot say if your fee structure is less, you're not giving quality. At the same time, I cannot vouch that if your fee structure is very high, you're doing the best. So there are failures across the school. There are parents who are disappointed across the school. There are parents who are happy across the schools. So which means the people who are happy are the ones who have taken the right call for which school they would want to get into. So in this context, I think I can, without any disclaimers, I can talk about Vista. Because this is our school and we know how it runs in for. We have approximately 1,500 parents. So when you do a year on year for TCs or turnover of the new people coming in, we see that out of 1,500, it is 10% who are always not contented. Maybe they have not made the right choice, or they are not thought or not thinking in the right direction. And I would always say that every school would love to help the parents. There is no school which would say that we don't want to cater to you. But definitely there are limitations for all of us. We are humans, not supernatural. So if you are a person who's looking out for a school where there is a big ground, sports has to be a priority, you have to think on those things. If you are a parent who wants your child to move into a culture where the society influence is stronger, they have that kind of peers with whom they can move around, you have to choose such kind of school. If you are a parent who's looking in for stronger foundation, more of ethics, more of values, you have to think about that kind of school. So it's purely how is that you would want to see your child futuristic. Trust me, whichever school you put your child into, as a parent, you have to be involved. We always get to hear parents saying that we paid the fees. We do respect, I think every school does respect this and acknowledges it. But paying the fees if the child can be transformed, so the school which takes the highest fee should be transforming everyone. And everyone would be running into the school which can transform every child just because of the payment of fees. It doesn't happen like that. It is a two-way process. Joining a child is one aspect, supporting your child is another aspect. So a parent has to think on those lines also before they put in their child into the school.
Being a parent myself, what should a parent be more keen on, like getting good marks academically or seeing that the child is happy going to school and coming back?
Very, very difficult question, Ramya, where I struggled as a parent to even actually If my son was watching this, he would say, you've not done anything of them, you're talking so many things now. I've learned things by burning my hands. Both are equally important. At any given point of time, we can never say that academic scores are not important. I'm talking this to all the parent working group, not to the bureaucrats, not to the business class, because you have your legacy set in for you. If you look at the majority of the population of our country, most of us are working class. And all said and done, our taxes are so high. So definitely for us, our children's education career is very important. But having said, to how much, to what extent? If we feel that too much of coaxing for getting marks is intimidating the child or making the child insecure, uncomfortable, please do draw a line. Take a pause. You're not going to lose anything. Trust me, you are educated. Genetically, you have those things in your DNA, your child which catch up. Some of them, they're faster in learning, some of them take their own course of life. Now, coming to marks and scores, ultimately it's earning which is important. So even if I don't have good grades and certificates, if I'm earning, I am successful. That's how success is, measured, not with the degrees and certificates, with the amount you have in your pocket. So please do pause, think what exactly you're looking for. Is your child feeling very uncomfortable when you're constantly talking about scores, marks and grade? Then give it a break. I'm not telling you to leave it. I said break, take a pause. Give them that comfort zone to build their confidence into themselves, then again revert back after some time. Because in life, everything is equally, like if you make a dish, yeah, if you put excess salt, it doesn't taste good. Excess spice, it doesn't taste good. It needs to have a right balance of everything. Similarly, life is the same. Excess of anything is not good. So to make the right balance, sometimes we may have to fall down and then get up. But some of them, it is going to be a cakewalk. They are born fortunate, I would say. So parents should know to balance both, because both are equally important in life. Nothing can be compromised at any given point of time.
Now moving on to the cultures that's prevalent in our students right now. What is that one thing that continues to awe you looking at our children, the way they are at school, the way they are with their friends? What do you think is really inspiring about the current lot of
They're amazingly creative. I would feel that their creativity skills is far, far, far way better than any of us from our generation, or I don't know about the teachers, I can't comment on that, but definitely they are amazing at their creativity skills. And they don't like the mundane stuff maybe which we have done as a students when we were young. They want something which is different, which is unique, because at a touch of a button, curriculum is there, concepts are there, content is available. So they don't come to school for content, concepts and curriculum alone. They come in to develop themselves as an individual. When I say developing themselves as an individual, they look forward for something where they are recognized as a person and given appreciation for that. So for me, when I look at the young generation, I'm always amazed by their creative thinking and their strength to do whatever given to them as a task. They love to take challenges is what I personally feel. So I think we need to encourage that more rather than demotivate them, because being creative is not easy. Even when you look at the pinnacle of learning, creative takes the topmost notch. So this generation is highly creative, highly talented. So let's appreciate, let's nurture. That's going to be more futuristically, the India what we are all visioning for also.
And that brings us to the close of the very first episode of Mic'd Vista. We truly hope that the insights discussed today will help you make an informed choice while selecting a school for your award.